morning. It's laundry day. Okay, so today is going to be a very, very interesting day. I'm going to get, I guess, my brain signals scanned. Someone is doing an experiment here, and I signed up to be a guinea pig. So I'm about to get my brain tested now, so hopefully I can get some footage. So yeah. What happens when I bite?
Yeah, you can. I mean,
That's so cool. I don't know if you're taking a video because I can't see anything.
of course you cannot see anything.
I just want to show them that this is what I was doing today. Okay, so I'm just done with the experiment. I don't know if you can see on my head here, and I've got all this goop in my hair. It's like gelled down. It's kind of disgusting, but it was a crazy experiment. The light was in the goggles. I think she's got a picture of me in it, or she took a video of it. It's very cool, where there were goggles and the light was shining in the goggles, and effectively she was measuring my neural activity at like the back here on what actually was happening. But yeah, it was actually quite difficult because it was 15 minutes. You had to sit there with your eyes closing. There was just bright flashing lights in you, and then your brain was obviously doing some stuff. So yeah, it was interesting. It was cool. I'm interested to see what type of videos she got. So anyway, I am now off home. My hair feels disgusting. I need to have some sort of shower. But yeah, we'll check in later. So, the last time you saw me, I was debriefing a little bit about what the experiment that I did today, where I got an EEG strapped to my head. I don't know how well I explained things, but effectively there were these electrodes put on my head where they measured my brain activity with these lights. This light was, I had to close my eyes, and this light flashed in my eyes, and it was like a good maybe 30 minutes there. So I feel quite tired today actually, but I didn't have to do anything other than just sit there and watch this light like flash in my eyes, and they were recording on the like neocortex. I'm not too sure on the brain anatomy, but at the back of my brain, but they connected everything here. But these wires were effectively reading my brainwaves, because as you know, there's electricity running through the body. As you saw this morning, I was thinking about Neuralink the whole day. And right now, this EEG technology is just reading my brain waves. But when you introduce a technology like Neuralink, it's not just about reading my brain waves, it's actually about writing them. And that's where it becomes kind of scary. An action, that's what I usually have a thought, and then I action something. But Neuralink, that changes now, because there's some code that has the ability to change my thoughts and my actions. And that kind of scares me, because it blurs the boundary between human and machine, because this machine can now shape my thoughts without me actually knowing. And it begs the question, like, who is actually steering humanity? Like, people are scared saying that AI is now going to control everything. But what happens when we start putting this AI inside us? When we don't see an external agent making decisions, we're the ones starting to make decisions by having some sort of operating system rewriting potentially our brain activity. Or like merging with my own mind. And what does that mean? Will it reveal a lot of different things about me? I don't know. It begs the question of like, how far do we want human technology to actually merge and become one? Because some could argue that it maybe would make me a better person. Like, maybe I'll be able to do maths in a particular way, and let's take an extreme example of someone that maybe is like a psychopath or something, or have this like moral compass that's completely off. You could potentially instill a type of, I don't know, ethical framework. I don't know, it's scary to actually even think of it. It's hard for me to even say that, because what is right and wrong in all honesty, like now for me, a situation can be right and can be wrong at the same time. Like killing someone, you might kill, like killing someone is always bad. It is always bad. But in self-defense, it's okay. Okay. Um, don't call me out on that, but for the sake of this argument, it's okay. And what happens when you start instilling those type of values into people? Also, do we all just become one singular human with like a kind of like collective thought process when we've all got these like Neuralinks in? What happens when they update? That's even scarier, because who's controlling that kind of stuff? And what happens if they get hacked? Like, we can hack your smartphone or whatever, but there's also the potential for your brain to get hacked by someone external, and that's even more scary, because you probably won't know. I don't know. I don't know how it would actually feel with Neuralink, and maybe I'm talking pie in the sky, because right now Neuralink is just being used to help like connect certain parts of the brain that were potentially not working, like giving sight to people that couldn't see, and maybe that's just what it will be used for. But if we start thinking in a futuristic manner, it can be a supercomputer that does not just sit on my phone, but sits inside my brain, basically increasing efficiency. And I don't know, I'm very excited to be alive in this time period where we are investigating this kind of stuff, but it also scares me a little bit. Yeah, I realized touching my hair now that my hair is still so full of this gel, this electrolytic gel, basically like gel with salt to allow for electrical current to be picked up or to make my head more conductive. So I need to go have my third shower of the day. I am so sorry, planet. It'll be quick, I promise. But yeah, I also need to put sheets on my bed. And this is one for the girls out there, or the guys. If you shave your legs and you get into fresh sheets, I don't know if there is a feeling. Okay, never mind. I can think of a few feelings, but this is the top tier feeling. Anyway, let me pause this. So I had a very weird interaction now while I was doing my bed. I just said goodbye to you guys, and then someone rang my doorbell, and I was like, oh, okay, why are you ringing my doorbell? Because people don't come visit me. I don't want people to come visit me, uninvited. And then he was like, oh, sorry, I can't get out the building, whatever. And I was like, okay, sure, I can help you out the building, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, South Africa. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, South Africa. He's like, what country? And I was like, no, South Africa. And then he was like, but you're white. Okay, as you can see, I'm showered again. My hair is hopefully clean for the third time today. I don't have much hair, so I feel like washing it. Well, I don't know. It's irrational. Anyway, do you love my pajamas? I love these pajamas. It does say Santa's bestie, but I come from the southern hemisphere when it is Christmas time. It is hot and sunny. It's Australian, because it's got like a kangaroo and stuff on it, but it's got like a braai or like a barbecue and like summer vibes for like Christmas time. And it just reminds me of like, we spoke about in another vlog, like December. I don't know why I did that. That's so lame. Anyway, today's thought experiment, again, back to the Neuralink, a quick one. It's called the silent update, okay? Your apps update all the time. One day, TikTok shows you new content, and you're into it. Spotify nudges you towards a new genre, and you suddenly feel hooked. Now imagine Neuralink updates like that. You wake up one morning, and you're slightly less anxious. Slightly more obedient. You don't remember changing your mind, but it just feels natural. Because now, your brain doesn't just use tech,
it is tech. And when tech updates, you don't get a vote. You just become the update. So yeah, see where the future takes us. But for now, I need to sleep. See you tomorrow.